coming to the restart, and Magnussen could not wait. We've got 10 laps to go. This is a sprint to the checkered flag.
Watch for Wallace. Here he comes. He splits the Porsches. He's now third place car prototype.
This is where Luis Diaz made the error. These two guys, too experienced to do something like that. They know better to take it easy on that restart. So it's Max Papis leads Jan Magnussen. The third car in shot is the SunTrust Riley of Max Angelelli, a 1 lap down, and is trying desperately to get back on the lead lap. Then there's your third place car. Andy Wallace is not out of this yet.
Now if Wallace can catch Angelelli, Angelelli should let him by, but I don't think that's going to happen. He hasn't caught him yet either.
Alexis Riley from Alexis Doran, the Pontiac Riley, Max Angelelli, and then the Pontiac Howard Crawford of Andy Wallace. The final 10 laps here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. There was a great build-up to this event, a lot of anticipation, a lot of excitement, simply for the fact that there was 18 Daytona prototypes. Everyone said we were expecting a great race, and it has been an exciting and an eventful race.
And it's not over by any means. When they're going to have 9 to go when they come through the line. You look right now, Mad Max doing everything to try to shake his pursuer.
The reason why Jan Magnussen has ended up in this car with Didier Taze, the 2002 SRP champion in the Rolex Sports Car Series. Freddie Leinhardt, oh, Papis gets sideways, Magnussen pounces, he sticks it on the inside, and he's through. There may have been contact there.
They definitely got together. It's really tight right there.
Papis responds. Magnussen made the big move on the inside.
Angelelli's got his lap back now. That's out of the way. Here comes Andy Wallace to make it 3.
So 1, 2, and 3, the top 3 in this race are all together now. It is a fair fight.
Saw a little smoke there coming out of one of those cars. It might have just been braking. I know they're demonic in the brake zones this lap.
These two guys could take each other out, and Andy Wallace could say, thanks, boys.
That's exactly right. Here comes Magnussen. Look on the inside. There, blocked there.
There's some hard braking going on here. Papis versus Magnussen. Wallace just very, very sensibly sitting back and watching what these guys are up to, and realizing he is still in with a shot, but Papis has got problems.
And I think that could be a tire rub. Oh, no, I see it. I don't think it is. I don't see any mark on the side. It's getting worse.
As he gets into the banking, Magnussen hangs back just a little, and that could be as Chip Ganassi looks on. He's already lost 1 car. Can he lose another? Both of them while in the lead.
Now, it only smoked on the banking there, so maybe it is tire rub. They definitely got together over there to turn 3. See what it does here.
Let's have a look at the replay. This is where, on the previous lap, Jan Magnussen made that desperado move.
There's the trouble. Get sideways just a little bit. Up the inside, but it's very tight here. It's a hairpin right here. Right there, I think they did, in fact, touch. Angelelli gets by clean. Now, is that enough of a problem to another look here? See that little wiggle just up the back end?
Was that contact at the back there, though?
Here's where it's going to happen right here. Right there. And you know what happened right there? Is Magnussen got a QB. He couldn't make the next corner.
Now look at Papis defense.
Yeah, now we're getting the wide car out.
We're counting down the checkered flag. Magnussen almost contact. Oh, big
There we
contact.
go. Through the dirt we go, side by side.
These guys are driving each other off the road. Papis and Magnussen, they bash. They continue to bash. Boy, oh boy, we saw the 27 in this last year with David Donahue, but it was Taze at the wheel. Now Magnussen and Papis are giving it to each other.
Now you got to watch knocking the valve stems off, because they're going to both have flat tires here. And their top speed hitting. That's stupid. That's just a little bit too much. I would think they need a reprimand.
This is going to end in tears, and it has.
Both of them.
Boy, oh boy.
And our man Wallace goes to the lead. That's what they deserve. Both of them deserve to be right where they are.
That was wild stuff on the track.
They need a reprimand there. I'm just telling you, that's just a little too much. That's dangerous at 180 miles an hour to be playing that game.
That is wild racing, and you were riding with Max Papis when they hit at well over 150 miles an hour. Now Papis's door is open. We knew there was going to be contact. We knew there was going to be contact in this one, but nothing like that.
And the smartest guy's going to win this race.
Wallace will get the victory that he didn't get at the Rolex 24 if he can just hang in there. He has inherited the lead by these two guys' aggressiveness.
Well, a little is one thing and a lot's another, and they paid the ultimate price for it. Neither of these guys will win today. Plus, they get to go back to their team owners and explain, why did you tear my car up like that?
Boy, oh boy, knowing Chip Ganassi, he is not going to be impressed.
I wouldn't want to go back and see the boss.
Let's have a look at some replays, a succession of replays. This was serious stuff.
Yeah, that is a big monster hit, and it's at the fastest place of the whole racetrack. There's your payback. Take that. Now we're both going off. Neither of us going to win. Let's give it to Andy.
Wow.
Lucky that wasn't a much bigger wreck. Look at this.
Here's the big hit. Here's the big hit. We were right there. You were riding with Max Papis when we had the onboard shot. And I'm not sure that Magnussen could pull that car up.
Neither of these guys can even start to say this was an accident.
Let's go on board again. Well, you heard that savage replay. Now let's hear from the boss.
Chip, I know you've run cars in just about every class, and we've seen this kind of stuff in cup racing, but you never expect to see it in sports car racing. Any idea what's going on out there?
You know, Max comes on the radio. He says, hey, this guy's destroying our car. What's he doing? What's he doing? I don't know who's driving the 27 car, but the guy thinks it's a weapon, not a car.
Well, you heard it from Chip Ganassi. Let's get down to Calvin Fish.
Well, I'm not brave enough to interview Kevin Durant, but I'll talk to Didier, teammate with Jan Magnussen. Didier, your recent speeds 170 mile an hour plus there. That's some game those boys are playing out there on the front straightaway.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see what happened on the back there. I just saw some smoke, probably the tires touching the bodywork. That's all I saw on the front straightaway. I don't know what happened.
Kevin Durant's reaction, he took his headset and threw it. It went about 50 yards, guys.
Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that. That was wild.
And I tell you, when they get done talking to Ganassi, when they get done talking to Kevin Durant, there's going to be another man down there they're going to have to talk to, I guarantee you that.
And guess what? With all of that going on, we have already mentioned the fact that Andy Wallace has inherited the lead. 2 of the new Daytona prototypes in this field. That is, and there is Jan Magnussen acknowledging the crowd. But Kelly Collins is in second and Bert Frizzell is in third. And Hurley Hayward has moved up to fourth. We ride with our new race leader. It's a battle-scarred Comp USA Daytona prototype for Chip Ganassi Racing. But while Andy Wallace and Milka Duno won this race, this will be the most talked about incident. This car in the 27 and the collisions, the multiple collisions and contacts between it and the 27. Jan Magnussen and Max Papis were going hard at it. Magnussen put an early move on Papis, then Papis switched back. Then there was tyre rubbing there between those two guys, then contact. Magnussen went off the track. They were relentless. Neither wanted to give in. It ended like this, but in between, there was plenty of contact between Papis and Magnussen at scary speeds like that at 170 miles an hour, smashing each other to smithereens. And that's how it came to an end. The in-car was incredible. Take a look at this. The impact, the contact. Papis shaking his head. He kept going. He wanted to take it into turn 1. And that's where it finished. We should add that Papis did finish the race in 7th. And he's without Brian Till right now.
Well, Chip Ganassi with Felix Sabato, show what they can do in sports car racing. Maybe only fitting, Max, that we're here on a racetrack that has part of an oval on it because it looked like a Nextel Cup short track race. But you're all smiles. First of all, you're okay.
Absolutely, it was just an amazing race, for our first time, actually running a dry race was awesome. Everybody at Chip Ganassi Racing have done a tremendous job. We raced really, really hard. I was expecting to, bang wheels, but not in this way. We're going to do the next one, but it was a lot of fun.
Well, from your point of view, what actually got all that melee started?
I gotta have to watch it. It was so much, banging and shoveling. That my door got open and we got spun around. It was very, very close racing.
Well, one of the first guys down here to congratulate him was Boris Said. Boris doing a fair amount of cup racing himself. Gave him a big congratulations, and Max watching it on the big screen, all smiles. Lee.
What a day. Dorsey and I are still flabbergasted up here. Sensational stuff. We had 3 new qualifying records, and we've ended up with 3 different class winners here in Homestead, and we will hear from those winners when we return.